Hello everybody, and welcome to The Medium, a spooky Silent Hill-esque game from, I think it's Blobber Team? Something along those lines. I saw the trailer to this back, I think it was at the PlayStation 5 pre-launch event thing where they showed off a load of games, and it looked very, very interesting. And I really like Silent Hill, and I'm really bad at horror games. There are a load of options to this, graphically speaking, including ray tracing, which is very, very interesting indeed. I've enabled it. It's probably going to run like crap, so I'm prepared to turn it off. It's also supposedly got DLSS, but for some reason I can't actually seem to access it, and I don't know why. Oh, that'll be why then. So anti-aliasing is DLSS is an anti-aliasing option. I don't know what my default should be, but if I'm putting ray tracing on, let's try it with medium and see how it goes. There's a post on the GeForce Experience thing. I think it says if you're playing at 4K, you want it at low, and if you're playing it at 1080p, you want it at high. So it works kind of in the reverse to what you might expect. But we'll see. If this runs like ass, I can always change it. Obviously, with the single PC recording setup, if it's not super well optimized with ray tracing on, it's just going to go...
It all starts with a dead girl.
Doesn't it always? Screw you. Just keeping an eye on OBS. Not so sold on those animations. I'm assuming this is pre-rendered. Controller's rumbling. Hi. Oh, he has a gun. Yeah, I think that's pre-rendered. There was some banding in there, which is a bit of a telltale pre-rendered issue. And now we're into the game.
Ever since I was little, I've had this dream. It's the end of summer. A girl is running through the woods. The moon, the scent of pines.
Spooky music.
The gunshot. It always felt so real. The blood on my cheek, the cold sweat running down my skin.
Who is she telling this to?
Myself it really happened. This scar of memory.
Nice phrasing.
A part of me I could never fully understand. Well, that wasn't the only part.
There's a little bit more animation in the lips.
No wonder people used to think I was strange. If they only knew.
Yeah. The
that day
syncy on the lips
rain,
isn't quite there, but minor. Ooh,
the hardest day of my life.
That is ray trace reflections.
The day I went home to say goodbye to my father. To dress him up for his last journey. Put him in a suit, fix his tie. Simple. Just the things he did every day. But looking through his stuff wasn't easy. I needed a moment to pull myself together.
Well, atmosphere has been created. Active questions are being raised. What has happened to the father?
I was almost ready.
Oh,
I just had to find his
bit of texture
special
pop in there.
time clip.
Right, and this is where the frame rate starts tanking, no doubt. Now, I have read... I read a brief review of... No, I didn't read a brief review. I watched the Green Man Gaming brief review of this. And it said that tank controls were a thing. Now, this does not feel like tank controls. This is full kind of analog stick direction. So I'm wondering if they changed that last minute. Don't know. Doesn't seem to be an issue. Anyway, but a definite issue is the frame rate. So I'm going to break this horribly. And see if this runs smoother. Won't show any difference to you guys at all. In fact, it doesn't really show a great deal of difference to me, if I'm honest. Let's just try that again. This is obviously the kind of dramatic content that you watch my videos for. I don't think I can tell the difference between those. Ever so slightly more blurry on the highlights, I think. But since I'm recording at 1440p, I don't think it's going to make the blindest bit of difference. And it's definitely slightly less chuggy. X. That's not X. Funeral at 12:30. Funeral at 9. Ah, good. I like it when games do this. Funeral at 10, funeral at 12:30, funeral at 9, funeral at 11, pick up Marianne from train station. So it's not his funeral? Nice bit of directional audio there. Yeah, these are definitely not tank controls. I mean, they're very kind of old school controls. Fixed camera angles, though. There's no camera control on the right stick. That left-hand door wouldn't have opened like that. Oh.
Shit. Yeah. Nice to see you too.
Fixed camera angles, but with some movement. Interesting.
Jack's room. It's like he never... Damn it.
Service medals?
Jack was part of the Solidarity movement. He spent a few months in an internment camp, but even that couldn't dampen his spirit.
Yeah, both sticks work for look there.
Come on, Jack. Where'd you put it?
What we're looking for? Tie clip.
Let's do this the other way.
Oh. Insight.
There you are.
Say goodbye to Jack. Get to the funeral home. Funeral home key. The last goodbye. Jack's tie clip. Ooh, we've got oh, you can't see the options behind me. There's rotate, combine, very Resident Evil-esque.
Okay, I think that's it. Jack's waiting downstairs. Time to say goodbye.
But
I used to
first,
think I'd never fit in. But Jack, he didn't mind my weirdness. He kept telling me I was special.
the
Keep hissing at me. Who do you think's gonna feed you now?
yeah, so Jack's goodbye
Jack was a humble, religious
and
man.
use of past tense.
He ran
He's
a
obviously
funeral
dead.
home, and I'd help out whenever I could. It felt good to be useful.
Yeah, and this is his last day, so to speak. Right.
We lived upstairs from Jack's funeral home. It wasn't as weird as it sounds. Besides, if it wasn't for that, I may never have learned to use my powers.
Oh. Interesting. I can use the insight thing whenever I want. And it makes everything rumble. 1984.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is kind of very Resident Evil-esque, isn't it? And I am fine with that. Anything else in here that we can get insight? Oh, actually, can we use insight when we're looking at objects? We can. That's probably going to be useful. So far, frame rate seems to be super steady on OBS, which is surprising. Right, what's through this door? Bedroom. Our room? Ooh, colour.
Weird to be back in my old room. So many memories.
Got a thing about butterflies?
I used to have a thing for them.
I just said that.
Don't know why, really. I guess they just used to make me happy. Jack knew it well. That's why there's so many of them here.
Aww. Clearly they have a very special relationship. Grandfather clocks, always a bit weird. Interesting what it does to the window there.
Kids from the orphanage. Not all of them had my luck.
And obviously a very
That's why I
spooky
keep
nun.
coming back.
Because they're always spooky in video
Right.
games.
To take care of them. To listen. That was the least I could do. Spirits. There was a time I'd try to run from them. To ignore their calls. Matthew was the first one I helped pass on.
Which is why the game's called The Medium. Because she can see the dead. Very interesting. That looks a little bit blurry, but again, that's probably a result of the ray tracing plus the DLSS.
I used to get a lot of these. To me, they were like trophies. Badges of honor for doing the right thing. Jack wasn't too amused, but he did his best to cover for me. I kind of feel bad for making him go through all that.
We must request you to attend the next parent-teacher meeting, as we would like to discuss with you the situation that took place last Thursday. To recap, Marianne gave one of the students a message from his recently deceased grandmother. We understand it was Marianne's way of consoling her fellow student, but we're sure you realise that this behaviour is inappropriate, to say the least. Given that this is not your first behavioural that this is not the first behavioural problem we've informed you about. We believe it's high time for us to meet and talk about Mario's future in our school. Obviously, the implication from everything else we've seen is that, yeah, she probably did have an actual message from the grandmother. But of course, that's not how schools work.
My oldest family heirloom. As a kid, I'd show this to people just to freak them out. I'd usually say something like, "Pretty sick, huh?" I was such a dork.
So when she was 3, she suffered second-degree burns for about 35% of her total body. So her torso and upper arms, suspected inhalation injury. That's almost certainly been blamed for any mental problems that she's had. Yeah, so that was the inciting incident. Again, for a slower, at least initially, story-based game such as this, naturally my focus is going to be on the world building. That's the wrong way. Which way was the... This way. So these doors, I'm assuming, are, yeah, out of bounds. Let's head outside and watch the frame rate drop. Saving. Little bits of flickering on things. So the insight forms a bubble around us. So it's got a range, I'm assuming. Game looks quite washed out. And again, quite blurry, but that's most likely the DLSS at work. Or maybe just because I'm running it at 1440p on a 4K monitor. But it's not always blurry. Some of these textures are incredibly sharp. Let's just try. Huh. Oh, I could probably put... that up and see if that runs. Ah, that definitely looks sharper.
Jack taught me to accept my condition. Of all my foster parents, he was the only one who saw it as a gift and not a curse.
Okay, so that's the nature of the relationship. He was the foster father. There's a real significant depth of field feeling. Yeah, you can just about see kind of the bubble that projects around her. It's blinking. Don't know. Definitely getting that kind of more methodical Silent Hill vibe, though. The last goodbye. Yeah, the texture popping is reasonably significant. I don't know whether that's just the Windows Xbox Game Pass Store version or whether it's a thing for all of them.
Yeah, who doesn't?
What does that say? Needs get out? Need to Need to get out. Obviously, I am not a graffiti artist. Ooh, look at them ray trace shadows. Use the key. Okay, so we've got a Resident Evil style interaction thing.
Jack's in the prep room.
And by Jack's in the prep room, we obviously mean Jack's body is in the prep room, which is there. Take a look elsewhere first, see if there's anything else to see. We might not have many options for things to see, places to go.
Here it is.
We needed the prep room key, obviously. Record of funeral. Adam Nowak. 1976 birth. Krakow. Stanislaw. 1999. So is that when this is set? 20 odd years ago. Oh. Inner investigator, you inspected 25 objects in a single playthrough. Oh, that doesn't show up. Can I change that? Do. No, I can't. Oh, well, I almost always read out when I get achievements anyway. Crucifix. With a tree behind it. That's an interesting motif. That looks super Secret Door-esque, doesn't it? I don't know if it's that kind of game. The lighting's really nicely done. The footsteps as well, actually. In a lot of games, your footsteps are the same. They're quite monotonous, but actually there's different variations being used here. So you need to find the item to interact with. Yeah, it's very gamey where you press one door and they both open. I know that's a tiny, tiny thing. Ooh, we've got to go downstairs. Ooh, that's a nice camera angle. With that, the rather severe depth of field going on there. Does she look at things? She does. She turns her head to examine things. And her eyes are moving around as well. Again, little things like that, assuming that she's actually looking at things of significance, can go away.
Not sure if I'm ready for this.
To really selling your place in the environments. Leather jacket? Love me a good leather jacket. There's the tie. Are we going to have to dress him? Because that is, you know, it feels like that might be a thing. There's nothing else in here, is there? Here we go then.
Hey, Jack.
Oh. Can't do that.
Got your special clip? No. Where's your tie?
It's on the chair next to us. Combine clip with tie. Just like that. Normally you do that after you put the tie on, but, you know.
Snazzy. You wouldn't have it any other way.
Nice little bit of emotion in the voice there.
I didn't expect this to be easy.
Never is.
I guess I didn't know what to expect. When things get personal, it just burns you from the inside out. There. I guess you're ready.
That's a very kind of horror movie, supernatural show.
Am I?
Camera pan, isn't it? Is he going to show up to her? Final journey.
Oh, can't you people read? The sign says closed.
Uh-oh! Well, Jack is prepared. Check upstairs. Ooh, the lighting is working really nicely. I saw from the trailer that there were... Oh! There's going to be a load of jump scares in this, and I'm going to embarrass myself. Just wait until I drop the controller.
What the hell?
Oop. Clearly, there is a mystery.
Guess you felt it too, huh? And then it happened. As it did so many times before. Just when I thought my day couldn't get any worse.
Now this...
where is that darn notebook? I'm gonna be late. I need to find that. Marianne? Marianne, are you crying, my child?
It's fine, Jack.
Now, you didn't happen to see my notebook, did you, darling? My memory's a bit fuzzy. So much for aging gracefully, eh? Where is that?
Listen, Jack. You should probably get some rest. Forget the notebook.
Oh, no. I've got so much work, my dear.
It's okay,
No,
Jack.
I can't just... What?
Let it go. It's not important.
You are crying. What's wrong, dear?
Does he know about her?
Why is it so cold in here? Where is that damn notebook?
It's okay, Jack. It's okay.
My sweet little Marianne. What would I ever do without you?
I like the fact that they're not just got identical camera angles.
It's time to get some rest.
Oh, Marianne.
Yeah?
Oh, I'm worried about the surgery. When I'm at the hospital, are you sure you're going to be all right?
Yes, Jack. gonna be fine.
Oh, you know, I promised myself once I would never let anything happen to you. Not while I'm around.
I'll be fine. I promise.
No risky stuff then. Huh? All right?
All right, Jack. Now, get some rest.
I need... Oh, yes. Be good, Marianne. I love you, my child. I've loved you since the moment you walked into my life. Remember that. Always.
Well,
Most people would give anything to have that opportunity. To say all the things that were left unsaid. But it didn't make things any easier. I could help 1,000 souls cross over, but when it came to Jack, it still hurt like hell. I love you too, Daddy. I used to think everyone saw the world the way I did. Divided. Torn between two realities.
yep, time for a drink.
But no. I was the only one.
Or are you the only one?
Or so I thought. We're closed. There's another funeral home across town. I can give you the number.
Marianne,
Who is this?
you don't know me, Marianne, but I know you.
Look, if this is a joke...
You need to listen to me, Marianne.
Okay, I'm hanging up.
I know what you are.
What? Who is this?
My name is Thomas. I need your help.
Listen, if that's all you've got, I'm...
No, there's more. I can give you the answers you've been looking for your whole life. But
Mystery.
I need you to trust me.
Trust you. I don't even know you.
It all starts with a dead girl.
What did you say?
The Neva Resort. Find me there. Please. The light, it's almost gone. It's not dark yet, but it's getting there. You're the only one who can stop it. You're my only chance.
Hello? Hello?
Nice cyclical narrative structure there. So this is the end of like the prologue, if you were, where she's giving up her own, her old life, and she's going to start off on the hero's journey. Yes. Bit of arty black and whites. This is set in Poland, I believe. I think that's right. I might have just made that up. Interesting, it's an actual apartment building. This is rather loud. Good job I always end up having to fix audio in post anyway. The pigeons. We get some delightful, disturbing imagery. The medium. This stuff reminds me very much of the version of hell in the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.